Let's jump into a new Reddit story. Our title today is Overheard Roommates, 20 and 24 Males, Talking About How Provocative 20 Female Dress. Buckle up and get ready for an amazing story.
I live with 3 boys and 1 other girl. Up until this point, we were all pretty friendly. Yesterday, I overheard the 3 guys talking downstairs. I don't think they knew I was home. They were talking about how slutty I dress and laughing. One of them said I must be so desperate to hook up with one of them, and they were making jokes about which one of them it is. I'm so upset. I generally wear shorts and a tank top around the house, just because they're comfortable. Sometimes when it's hot, I'll wear crop tops. I don't purposely dress sexy, just picture your standard H&M or Forever 21 outfit. I've seen the guys walking around downstairs in boxers or with their shirts off. It wasn't a big deal to me, so I just assumed we were all cool. Why is it okay for them to be in their underwear but not for me to wear my everyday clothes? Additionally, one of them has a girlfriend who dresses exactly the same, if not more revealing than me. Very low-cut shirts, short shorts, etc. It's totally fine that she dresses this way, but I don't get why she's fine, but I'm a slut. And here's the kicker. I'm in a long-distance relationship with my girlfriend because I'm gay as fuck. What do? I don't feel like I'm in the wrong, but I am so uncomfortable with the idea of being around them knowing that they're thinking about how much of a slut I am and how I'm desperately trying to sexually attract them.
Let's review some relevant comments from our readers. Commenter 1. I think next time you see one of them in boxers or shirtless, you should say, "Dude, you're dressing pretty slutty today. That's so funny. You must be so desperate to hook up with someone in this house. Who is it?" Then when they look at you like you grew 2 heads, laugh. Inform them they're gross, but you don't gay AF, because you wouldn't sleep with sniggering, spineless morons even if you were into men. I'd let other people give actual good advice, but a lot of what's on offer so far seems to be along the lines of boys will be boys, with a helpful side order of, well, maybe you do dress slutty. It's pretty sad that it's plumb normal for men to objectify and demean women who are meant to be their friends. I wouldn't be friends with people who talked about me this way. OP. Ha ha ha, oh my god, that's hilarious. The look on their face would be priceless. I just walk into the room, sigh, and go, "Look, dude, I know you're super desperate to sleep with me, but it's not gonna happen, so you can just stop dressing like a slut now." Yeah, I guess I'm just a little sad because I kind of liked these guys. It hurt to hear from people who I thought were my friends. But whatever, if anything, my girlfriend got a kick out of it. They have no idea how wrong they are. Commenter 2. I don't know if this applies to you at all, but here goes. I've heard this about me too several times over the years, 29 female here. Even if I've showed less skin than the girl next to me, I'm pretty voluptuous and quickly learned that what looks sporty or even classy on other girls seem to still come across as slutty or dressing up sexy when I wear it. Shorts and tank tops def being on the list on what's been commented on. It's an unfortunate effect which I've had to come to terms with. The good news is these childish notions seem to disappear as you grow older, and the best way to counter those sort of remarks is to hold your head high and stay confident with a don't give a shit attitude. It's a learned skill, but it's damn great. OP. I completely feel you. I have a lot of friends who have larger chests or who developed early, and I have nothing but sympathy for the shit these girls have to deal with. Aside from actual, literal back pain, they've told me how much trouble they've had buying clothes that don't look sexy. And even when they're wearing very covered-up clothing, people will still manage to look at them in a physical light. I'm about average size, so this doesn't really apply to me, but I appreciate the advice. It's really unfair the way society treats girls with larger chests. It's not as if they can help it. Commenter 3. They think you are hot. They are attracted to you and are embarrassed that they find you so distracting and are using bravado to try to make themselves feel better about it. I'd call them out and tell them if you were a guy dressing that way, they wouldn't care, and that it's them creating the issue, not you. OP. Haha, oh my god, that's the first part made me laugh. If only they could have voiced it as a compliment to me. You're probably right about the last bit. I agree. It's just that I'm kind of scared of saying that to their faces. Maybe I'll work up the courage. April 8, 2016, 3 days later. Firstly, I just wanted to thank you guys for being so sweet in the last thread. I was so stressed out and you guys made me laugh. First update was removed because I forgot a link, but I fixed it. On to the update. Before I posted, I was basically set on hiding awkwardly in my room or maybe dressing more conservatively when I left my room. After I saw all your responses, I was filled with a feminist, body-positive rage. These boys were not going to get away with slut-shaming me. Of the 3 guys, I'm closest with Tom, boy 133, so I decided to talk to him individually. I heard him coming up the stairs and I just took a deep breath and walked out of my room, smiled, and asked if I could talk to him for a minute. He came into my room and we were just making small talk. I shut the door, summoned all of my assertiveness, and said, "So, I actually have something weird to talk to you about. I heard you guys talking about me the other day." I'd like to say that I threw down with this boy, that I told him that sexism is not cool or funny and I won't put up with it, and demand that he apologize. But instead, I cried a lot. I straight up just broke down. I couldn't even speak. Tom looked absolutely devastated. He immediately apologized, said I wasn't supposed to hear any of that, but I wasn't really paying attention because I was just trying to get a grip on myself. There's nothing more awkward than crying in front of someone when you're not on that level yet. Anyway, I asked him if that was really what he thought of me. He said no, and that they were just being dumb, and that when Sam brought it up, he was really surprised and knew it was wrong, but he didn't call him out on it. He said he should have, and he knew he should have, but he didn't want to make a big deal about it because Sam and Bob were just joking around, even though they were being mean. He said it was shitty of him not to call them out, and by not saying anything and acting like it was funny, he allowed it to happen. He said that he has no excuse and he's sorry. This checks out. From what I heard, it was mainly Sam and Bob saying the bad stuff. I said I know they were just joking around, but it made me feel horrible to be talked about that way, and that the sexism really slapped me in the face. He agreed and said it was horrible, and he also said something like, "Not that it's an excuse, but you're really pretty, and I think that's why we were talking about you that way." None of us actually believed what we were saying, but I think it was just wishful thinking and we were idiots about it. So, for all you guys who suggested that they were attracted to me, bingo. I laughed and told Tom that I had a girlfriend. He said that was totally cool, and then looked embarrassed and said they must have looked like complete idiots bragging about how much I wanted to sleep with them. I agreed. Tom asked if there was anything he could do to make up for it. I told him not to tell the other guys anything because I don't really want to talk about it anymore, but if they ever start talking about another person like that, even if it's not me, to speak up. He promised me he would and apologized 900,000 more times and left. I heard him go into his room and then immediately leave and go out the front door. I didn't think much of it and put my headphones in and played Trackmania for a while. Later that day, I opened my door and there was a big cardboard box right outside my door. My first thought was that I'd ordered something from Amazon and forgot about it, but it looked like a used box that someone had repurposed and taped shut. I dragged it into my room and opened it. Guys, it was a bouquet of flowers and a cake with the word "sorry" written on it. If you're thinking that I cried for the second time in 3 hours, well, you're right. Anyway, I'm sorry I didn't throw down with them like so many of you wanted. Unfortunately, but a tiny cream puff. I'm working a lot on being more assertive, but in this scenario, I handled it as best I could. Confronting Tom about it was actually super scary, but I'm proud of myself for bringing it up at all. I accept Tom's apology. He seemed genuine, and this does seem like a one-off shitty behavior situation. He's usually a pretty stand-up guy. The other guys, I don't know. To be honest, I wasn't super sold on them to start with, so I feel like I'll just continue to not pursue a friendship with them. And I'll continue to dress however I want to. Lastly, serious thanks to all of you for your responses. I was hesitant to post this on Reddit because Reddit can sometimes be not so nice about women's issues. But y'all are cool. Let's review some relevant comments from our readers. Commenter 1. No matter what, you came out of this on top because you got free cake. OP. Moral of this story, cry more so that people give you cake. Commenter 2. Oh man, don't even worry about having a breakdown. Half the times I think I'm about to be fierce and direct in facing someone, I end up just crying in anxiety about the situation and blubbering out word garbage. Honestly, it seems like opening up to him may have really helped him understand you, and he'll hopefully have your back in the future. OP. God, I totally feel you. If anyone ever confronts me, I just break down. Like, I'm not trying to manipulate them by making them feel sorry for me. I genuinely just cry super easily. And yeah, I'm really glad I did it this way. Aside from, not doing it in the first place. I can't imagine Tom having a better response. Commenter 3. So, for all you guys who suggested that they were attracted to me, bingo. It's quite telling to me how displaying male attraction seems tied into mistreatment and degradation of said woman they're attracted to, and how so many guys seem to trip over themselves, either excusing it or not calling this bullshit out. Free cake though. OP. Yeah, it's a weird feeling. Guiltily, I'm kind of flattered that they think I'm pretty, but it's also like they expressed this by calling me a slut. So that sort of takes away from the flattery. Someone in the last thread mentioned that this was just dumb young boy behavior, and I kinda hope so. Not that boys will be boys is an excuse, but more that I hope as they get older, they realize that this kind of stuff makes people feel really bad.
Hope you like this story. Like and subscribe to keep receiving the best stories in all Reddit.